sticking around after lunch. Trevor, thank you for Trevor and the team. Thank you for putting a great event together once again. So my name is Richard de Vries. I work for LR for some almost 30 years. Actually, somebody sent me a photo of a ship I did 25 years ago. It makes me really, I'm getting seriously old. Anyway, I will give you a quick tanker update from our perspective. That is. So a little bragging on the numbers, if you allow me to do so. We are still number one in the tanker segment with 13 million gross on LR class. 1,300, slightly over 1,400 vessels in the tanker fleet. 26% market share in the current order book, and a very modern 90% client satisfaction within the tanker companies. And we have done 6 first world projects within the industry. So what are we then doing? With the first world assessment with capital, the first ammonia dual-fueled LR2 tankers with MISC. Back in the Netherlands, we did the carbon capture retrofit for the vessels with EPS, and locally we work with companies like Vries and KOTC on their energy transition quite successfully, and this leads to quite long cooperationships with those companies. So, crude oil tankers at the minute, if you look at the earnings efficiencies, highly profitable at the minute. The Suezmax earnings above historically values. The thing is the aging fleet. This is sorry. Is there any way I can have something on the screen here? Maybe because. There's like no way I can read it from here. I can't do that. So if you think about the product tankers, there's a decline in fleet deliveries, Atlantic routes because of the U.S. Gulf exports. And I'm struggling here.
Maybe you want to use the mic.
I don't know. Maybe. So there's a demand for dual and fuel flexible vessels in the rising charterers and the financiers. The chemical tankers, the segment is stabilizing after the 22 heights. There is a swing in tonnage returning from the clean petrol products, and the regulatory compliance with the trade routes, with the different biofuels defining the focus. Limited new builds, I think that's what we see in the tanker market generally. There is very limited new builds at a minute. The market, as you know, mainly about the container ships and the gas ships at a minute. So if you look then at the ordering forecast, you can see we had a 2024 peak. The expectation is this to drop at a minute, but then from 2027 onwards, we see a very stable market for the new construction. If you see what is being ordered with alternative fuels, it's not that many. Honestly, we see dual fuel ready. We see some capable, but we see still a lot of let's say normal tankers being delivered at the moment. So if you see that the alternative fuels capable, because if you want to do something with your new builds, this is what we see quite a lot. Capable to run alternative fuels. Doesn't mean they're going to run alternative fuels immediately, but those ships are definitely ready to do so. ESTs, we talked a lot about it being installed on those ships. We see quite a lot of shipyards delivering this as a standard on their ships. With well, you can see the propeller duct and the bulb, being almost installed on almost every single vessel nowadays. Strategic ordering, tanker orders shifting from capacity driven to compliance driven. Focused on long-time deliveries. Owners demanding clarity on alternative fuels. LNG obviously being the first choice at the minute because it's a mature market. The thing is that because of all the uncertainties, we see a delay in ordering, and retrofits is another issue because the ships are making good money. The tanker fleet is fairly old, and if you do retrofits, you have to take the ships out of service for weeks, potentially months. So that was it from my side. Okay.